We're having a little coffee with some little chocolate covered waffle cookies as we watch the sunset from our campsite. Came to a campground tonight, guys. Right over the Mediterranean. Need to do some editing. Thought we'd do a campsite for the night. Maybe two. The kitties seem to approve. Curt seems to approve.
Alright, our first sunset on the Mediterranean. And we are watching out over the bay here. And it is rapidly going down. It's that time of night. It will disappear fast. Good morning, everyone. Or, as they say here, bonjour. In the French Riviera. And in the last episode, we were down just the coast a little ways. We went for a beautiful hike. And we also walked through the little city on the bay. We had the delicious lunch at the marina and have really been taken away by this French Riviera. But today is moving day. And I'm not sure if you guys have ever kind of felt unwelcomed in a particular place. And we'll explain later. But that's kind of the way it is on the French Riviera. Now, we've been staying in this fully functional campground for the last few days, and it's been nice and we've been comfortable, but we have an amazing stop headed on the way. You guys are gonna be blown away, and we'll explain why we're not so comfortable here. Bon année. Happy New Year. We are on the road and Snow's driving and Vanna is on the dash. It's gonna be a good day. The sun is shining.
Woohoo! We like the sun.
And we are moving. Now, when we were doing our research for the French Riviera, we scanned the coast and we had so many beautiful spots to stay, right, Snow?
Yeah, so many places we wanted to see and do and stay.
It was like a bucket list of things. But when we scanned Park for Night and Overlander, well, it was a bit skinny. There wasn't a whole lot of things on it. And we also searched the Arrêt de Camping, which is another app that we've been using, and that helps us find a lot of amazing camp spots all over France. But all of a sudden, when you get down here to the French Riviera,
you get slammed.
Crickets. There is not much.
Well, and if there are some, they have height restrictions of like 2.5 meters. That's really small. That's like an SUV, but I mean, we're 3.2 meters tall, so that eliminates a lot of things. And some of those things we don't figure out until we get there. Another thing about the stretch we're leaving right now is on the campsite apps that we use, there were a lot of reports of deaths. A lot of people suspect there's almost like a gang of people that just drive through here looking for the motorhomes because they know where they park, they know that they're gone during the day for hikes, and they know there's usually valuables in there. So it's kind of like they're hitting us. But
and really, it's not even just on the camping sites. If you go on the Google, you also see it as well. So there's something about this little range, this area through here, that just with all those kind of comments, just didn't give us a warm and fuzzy feeling.
It wasn't one or two. It was 30 to 50 and at every parking spot. So we're happy we found that place we showed you in the last video because it was beautiful and it worked out nice. But now, today, we're taking you to a new country. And it might not be the one you're thinking of.
So see over that parking slot right there? nice big parking lot, but they got a big overhead barricade for 2.2 meters. Well, we're about 3.2 meters, so there's no way we can get in there. And so we find that all over where they have these parking slots, but they don't want tall vehicles. So if you have a van, a big pickup truck, or anything like that, well, you're on your own. So we pulled off and made a quick little stop. You can see there's lots of street parking, but the cars are also tiny and the parking is made accordingly. And the cars are jammed in here, so it's difficult to find a spot. Right time you can find a spot. Obviously we take two, and this one's not too bad, but also a lot of these little parallel parking on the narrow streets is very skinny. And any kind of straight in parking is obviously way short for us.
So we've stopped to make a sandwich at a place that in France is called an aire. A-I-R-E. What it basically is a rest area. Now you're allowed to stay here 24 hours for most of them. They have picnic tables. They all have bathrooms. Some of them have playgrounds. Some of them are very fancy, more like truck stops, gas stations and restaurants. But they have them everywhere. Not just on interstate type roads, but you'll find aires out in rural roads. And it's just designed to pull over, rest. It's a nice thing they do here in France. Works out perfect for a little sandwich break. Also works out perfect to pick G some fresh grass.
I've been down, I've been everywhere, but I'm all
He'll be a happy boy. Y'all watch this. Look at this, buddy. You want some fresh
I
grass?
nearly
You want some
drowned
fresh grass?
in my own despair, but I'm alright now. Yeah, baby, you can turn the rain.
I told y'all he'd be happy. Our buddy likes grass. What you got there, Curdy? Lunch?
Sandwich.
Nice.
I couldn't stop.
So another thing about parking on these little narrow streets with the narrow parking stalls, even if we can find a parking spot, and again, if you watch the last video, we found a nice one and even had a place to walk the kitties. But a lot of times there's not a space to walk the cats, and that's really important to us. This is our lives. We're not just travelers, but this is where we live, where we are, and so we're very conscious of that with our kitties. And this guy loves to get outside just like us, and so we always try to find places where they can enjoy the nature just like us. And even though we're at this little addy right here, there's some tall grass and there's some spaces for them to get away from the cars. And this is the kind of area G likes to run around in. And this rest area has, look at them, olive trees. And it looks like these are black olives from what I see on the ground. See if we can see some up in the tree. Oh yeah, there's some. I should mention we're not far from the border of Italy, right here along the coast. But I got to give France credit. They do a good job with these little rest areas of making them nice and comfortable. And of course, this one allows you to save for 24 hours. A lot of them have different rules, and some of them really even explicitly offer camping. But we got goals today, so we're going to be moving on. Anna.
I used to think
He is too.
another wasted night, but not anymore. No, no. Baby, you can turn the rain into gold. So this is what it means to fall in love.
Just prancing around. Just pulling out of a toll booth. €5 and 20, I guess they call them cents, or €5.20. In any event, there are a lot of tolls along this highway stretch along the French Riviera. And in general, there are several toll roads. I think kind of when you're in the center of the country, you can work your way around them. Here, it's a little bit tight and not a lot of options, but the tolls are expensive, but the roads are really good. So I guess it's always a trade-off, right? All right, we thought we had a potential spot for the night, but turns out the reviews say this place is not safe. And so we don't want to take any chances with it not being safe. But this little overlook right here is right over Cannes. Cannes.
Where the famous film festival is.
The Cannes Film Festival. And, you know, I was able to pop the drone up and get some little footage to show you guys. We're kind of a ways off from the little historic district and the marinas and sort of the fancy parts. But you guys can get an idea of how packed in these cities are and the streets and things like that.
Just too hard to get our van down there.
Anyway, Snow was able to go on to park for night, and apparently we had one of our filters not set properly, and she found one of these rest areas down the road, maybe not in such a populated area. That's going to be a little better for us.
Yeah, it has good reviews. It looks like it has a beautiful overlook. It's still going to be a rest area on the side of a major highway, so it's not glamorous, but there's nothing about it being unsafe, which has been the storyline of this past 100 miles along this coast. So
that has been the reoccurring theme. So onward and upward. This is going to put us close to our destination. It's not going to put us there. It's a little overcast, and quite honestly, we wanted a clear day for this next spot, so we're going to wait till tomorrow to get there. But we're on to our next camp spot.
So I'm feeling a little guilty because we are beating this stretch of coastline up pretty big. And I don't want to give that impression. Yes, there's a lot of areas where it's marked unsafe and that robberies occur. It is not designed for camper vans or people that live in little Mercedes Sprinters like us. It is still beautiful. And one thing I want to point out about France in general, at least what we've experienced so far, I believe out of all of our van life travels, they are the most courteous drivers we have encountered. They let you in, you're allowed to merge, they'll slow down to let you in. It's not that they speed up and hurry, they'll even slow down and wave you in. And when it comes up on a merge, they take turns, one car after the other. There is a lot of respectful and courteous and kind drivers in France.
Yeah, big stadium. We are coming on yet another toll. So far we've paid probably about 20 euros for, I don't know, not very far. Maybe less than 2 hours drive time, so 100 miles maybe, not sure in kilometers, but not far.
Expensive roads in France.
Expensive. Let's see how much this one is. So that toll was another 4 euros. I don't think the pain's ended yet. I think before we get to Italy, I think we're gonna have another one. So anyway, maybe we can find this rest area that'll let us stay for free and in essence pay our tolls. Yeah, make up for the tolls. Alright, I'm gonna have to Google it, but I'm of the belief that France has the most tunnels per lane mile or per kilometer or per lane kilometer of any country, at least any country that I've been in, especially here in the south of France. Now, a couple things about tunnels, and this may be explaining the tolls. Tunnels are expensive construction projects. They're massive construction projects, and these are done nicely. There's a lot of them, And another thing about tunnels is they save a lot of time in travel, meaning you don't have to go up over the mountains and down through the valleys. You go through the mountains, which tends to make it a lot shorter. You don't have all the switchbacks, the narrow winding roads. It takes up less land, and you can see all these mountainsides are just crammed with houses. And so there's the story about tunnels.
Tunnels everywhere.
Tunnels everywhere. Look at this. Beautiful. Every once in a while, we get a little glimpse of out over the ocean and the urban sprawl, and it's stunning with the houses pushing up the mountains. But generally, we're only getting little glimpses down to the sea.
Now, one thing I do want to point out, and Curt may have referenced this a little bit already, is there are campgrounds through these areas. Some of them on the coast in these little villages and towns, but they're $40, $50, $60 a night, which is not in our full-time van life travel budget for sure. Now, there'll be times we have to do campgrounds, but we'll always be looking for the $20 and maybe $30 a night ones. But these in these big, beautiful villages here on the coastline are averaging way, way more than we can afford to spend.
And additionally, you know, we're here in the heart of winter, which is probably not the recommended time to come down and visit this area for most folks. Certainly not the height of tourist season. And so a lot of them are closed.
Yeah.
And so we've spent a lot of time chasing that stuff down too. And so anyway, it's all just part of the challenges of, well, living how we live. And unfortunately, I was correct. Less than 15 minutes later, here we go, another toll. I'm not sure if I told you, the last one was €4. And, well, and these things are automatic too, so they just taking money. It looks like this one's going to be even more. This one's going to be €6.20. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
In 600 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Oh, it's going to take us down. It is going down.
Yeah, I saw this wall and they said the wall blocks.
Steak and shake? Just kidding. All right, this is the last quote-unquote rest area in France. This is the one we pegged to stay at. This is Park for Night says this one's okay, but you can see the line of trucks as we enter into here.
3.2.
I think we go to the left. All right, so we are here, and this right below us is Monaco. Monaco is one of the smallest countries in Europe. I think there's one or two more smaller.
Tomorrow, we will drive through it and hopefully stop. And what that will be is mine and Curt's 26th country, and the van and the kitty cat's 16th country tomorrow. We were going to try to get there today, but we're both feeling tired, and we'll take y'all there tomorrow. But look at this view.
And I believe you can see almost the whole entire country right below us. There may be a bit on the other side of the trees, but right there in the middle, I believe that's the palace of the King and Queen of Morocco. Monaco, I'm sorry, did I say Morocco? Monaco. And we have scoured this place for parking, and there just is none for our van. So we'll probably end up hopefully driving through there. But welcome to Monaco.
It's pretty, isn't it? All the lights are coming on in Monaco. We were just about settled in when I peeked out the window and saw an epic sunset. We may be parked at basically a gas station, But man, it's one of the prettiest sunsets I've seen in a long time. The lights down over Monaco are starting to come on. It is a beautiful, beautiful night.
Blinded by the lights, revved up like a douche, and in a runner in the night. I don't know what they say.
I don't either.
Like deuce, revved up like a deuce, and a runner.
Yeah,
in
but
the
they
night.
totally say douche. So these type areas here, this parallel street parking, is the kind of places that we would be forced to try to park if we were going to spend the night here in this Monaco region, or in most of the region along this coast. It's just too difficult to find two spots in a row, plus they're extremely narrow and we would hang out onto this busy road. But we have decided this morning, first of all, good morning everybody, it's a beautiful day. We are driving down the hill into Monaco.
Woo!
in our big van. We are gonna brave it, drive through, and try to show you this beautiful, tiny little country.
The richest country in the world.
Now, we don't think we'll find parking. We believe we're doing a drive-through. Monaco, officially known as the Principality of Monaco, is a sovereign microstate. It is the second smallest sovereign state in the world, second only to Vatican City. 39,000 people live here. The official language is French, which makes sense because it is bordered by France to the north, east, and west. It sits on the beautiful Mediterranean Sea, just 15 kilometers from the border of Italy. It has an area of just over 2 square kilometers, which is less than 1 square mile. It has 19 wards, the largest being Monte Carlo. Monaco is considered one of the wealthiest places on earth. Its financial power boomed in the 1800s when it opened the Monte Carlo Casino. Now it has also branched out into banking, and it is widely used as a tax haven for the wealthy. Over 30% of the residents here are considered millionaires, with real estate prices reaching over $116,000 per square meter in 2018. So, we will do our best to drive through here and give you a look at it, but it is the kind of place where we don't want to spend too much time because we'll end up spending too much money.
City of angels, they've all broke their halos, traded their crosses for cash. City of big dreams, name on the big screen, traded your soul for some flash. Well, it's all about money, money, money. Ooh, money, money, money. Ooh, yeah, dollar signs in your eyes. You only wanna make yourself some money, money, money. Ooh, yeah. People of promise, so dim and dishonest, failing their families to climb the coping ladder. People of intrigue, treasured to the ceiling, locked up when no one can touch. So does it even matter? Money, money, money. Ooh, money, money, money. Ooh, yeah. Dollar signs in your eyes. You only wanna make yourself some money, money, money. Ooh, beware the road that's paved with gold. Hunger will steal your soul.
they'll fine you. The police, they don't want the campers here in Monaco. Construction.
Continue on to Avenue
You're following the truck, right?
Stay on Avenue Verabella. Turn right to stay on Avenue Verabella. Continue on Avenue.
He can make it, we can make it.
We're taller than him.
He's wider.
He is wider.
He's heavier.
There's the cars, Curt. Oh, jeez. Oh. Well, Curt did some masterful driving. We took you down through Monaco, all 2 or 3 miles of it, along Princess Grace Avenue by the yacht club. We saw the giant $1 billion yachts parked in the marina. We went by the country club where all the rich people play tennis, and we drove you on the streets where they have the famous Formula One race car racing. It's pretty epic, wasn't it, Curt?
Yeah, we went by the palace. I mean, it was a really tight, twisted roads, and Snow was white knuckling for me. She was a nervous wreck. I was having a blast. I felt like I was driving the Grand Prix. It was awesome. There was motorcycles whipping in and out, but it is jam tight. I cannot for the life of me figure out why the richest of the rich would want to live there unless they're laundering money, because it's just tight. And but what an amazing experience. We drove all through the entire country in like an hour. So it was really cool and epic for me. So I enjoyed it.
And when we left there, we didn't come straight up the mountain. We went east a little bit and drove you through the town of Menton before we climbed back up the mountain to go through these tunnels again. And now we are still driving a little bit east towards Italy. It will be our 27th country in about 5 minutes when we cross the border. So we're going to take you to that. Well, we crossed the border into Italy. All the language on the signs changed, and there's farms on the mountains here. So our next adventure will be coming to you from Italy. But with that, we're gonna wind this video down. We hope you enjoyed Monaco. We'll see you guys in a few days. Cheers. Tolls, you got your pouch, or do I need to get something out? One that was Genova and Ventimiglia.
Keep left at the fork.
She could do both. This is gonna be, I don't know. Hopefully it's got a credit card. Looks like it does. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys!